Happy Valley on Wednesday night comes up on the A course. Welcome to the Race by Race preview. Paul Lally here with the selections, and we get things underway at 7:10 with a Class 5. Go's in good form. Casapapa and Mr Fox are both on the class drop. Tatnam steps up in trip, running ahead. Better draw than he's first up, fourth, and Right Honourable. He is a horse that is a 5-time course and distance winner. The speed map here, Paul, has in front Dragon Delight.
Yeah, I think Dragon Delight, he's led all the way when he's won off a 29 rating before. Go can get into a nice position. Yeah Boy as well. These two won't be too far away, running ahead. Tatnam, Mr Fox, Casapapa and Right Honourable.
We go back to the very first race of the season now. Go has had a start after this, but that was on the all-weather. So we'll stick with the turf form here, Paul, where he beats Sunny Baby. He was in great form towards the back end of last campaign without winning. He's picked up where he left off. Can that continue in this? Yeah,
look, I've got him in the numbers for sure because he's such a consistent horse in this grade. Look, he won this race really nicely, coming off the pace. I think he can sit just behind the pace here in this really sort of smallish field. The only query I've got with him is he's never won at Happy Valley before. His win did come here at Sha Tin. He's had 4 seconds though. Look, I've got him in, but not on a win line.
Place a chance for Go for Paul after our first replay. The second one features a few horses. Yeah Boy second, running ahead fourth, and Right Honourable. He's had a start after this too, where he further improved from this 7th. What of these three?
I do like Right Honourable and I do like running ahead because they went really slow in this race and they just sprinted off the front. And you can see Reliable Team winning really nicely. But you can see both these horses trying to get through that same gap. Now, Right Honourable beat running ahead to the gap, but then he found a gap himself. So both horses had interrupted passages. I think they're both good chances.
Smaller field is going to benefit both of them. Now, here's the likely leader in the race. This is Dragon Delight. He took a trail this day at Sha Tin, but we do know he likes to lead around Happy Valley. And on your speed map, Good to Slow might get him a pretty comfortable lead too.
Yeah, so I've got to include him. Look, he did win off 29. He's rated 37, but he has got that claim. So that brings him down a little bit. I mean, he has run third of 59 before. So he's a horse that's more than capable. If it is a sit and sprint from the front, then look, he's going to be tough to beat. There's no question. And sometimes the A course can produce that from here at Happy Valley. So look, he goes in for sure.
Let's have a look at some of the runners in race number 1, and Right Honourable is not done just yet.
I don't think so. I haven't got him on top. I've got running ahead to beat him, but look, I think he's a horse. He's a 10-year-old now, Right Honourable, multiple winner, and I think there's still a win in him this season. So 6 to beat 7, the 5 Dragon Delight third, and Go. We'll put him in there on the 4th line. 6, 7, 5, 1.
Easy as that. Running ahead for Paul to kick off with a win at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. And race number 2, this is a further Class 5 race, this one, but it drops back to the 1,000 metres. Parents Love placed course and distance last start. Speedy Fortune pacifiers off, tongue tie on, and first start for David Eustace. Good View Glory, he's won off a rating of 33 course and distance. Lapras comes back in trip. Diamond Soars is minus the pacifiers. Magic Traveller, better. He's first up, Run and Double Show, has placed second up in the past after being well supported, resuming. Plentiful leads here, Paul, over Parents Love and Ace Talents.
And they've all drawn the 3 widest gates, but they've all got really good speed. So I think they're going to come across together, the 3 of them, and as such they can end up there. Now, the issue is what Diamond Soars does, because he doesn't mind leading as well. So if he wants to kick up, he can make it pretty tough for those other 2, and they might be 2 by 2 instead of 1 by 3. But I think Plentiful will be the one that will want to get to the rail. Speedy Fortune's not far away, Magic Traveller, and then the rest will go back, I think.
Quite a few of those horses appear in this replay. Plentiful was on the speed this night. He fades for 8th, Parents Love in behind him, Ace Talent 3rd, Diamond Soars 5th, Magic Traveller 4th, Goodmanship. He doesn't run on all that well from the back, and neither does Double Show.
No. Parents Love all just about won this, didn't he? He was just beaten on the post, on the bob actually. So look, I think the penny started to drop for him. Son of Deepfield, I do like him. Now, Ace Talent finished off really nicely as well, and these 3 are well clear. So it's hard to see some of these other ones turning the tables on those 2.
That is a report for that race. Now, we've got some trial form here, Paul. This is Speedy Fortune. Zach's actually on board in this trial. He's riding Parents Love, and just the one trial, run second behind the Smart Lucky Encounter in this, and it was at Happy Valley.
Yeah, a new stable for this horse, and look, he travelled nicely enough. We know he is a winner for John Size. The tongue tie will go on him for the first time as well. And look, it was a nice enough trial from him. He's got to carry the big weight. Barrier number 6, he probably sat just in behind the pace and wasn't asked to do too much. So we'll see what happens here. I'm just happy to watch him first up, though.
Caution around Speedy Fortune. Straight to our last trial. This is Good View Glory running fourth. He makes some ground in this. Brenton Avdella, Dinner Ship, the combination here. Struggles a bit over 1,200 metres. The 1,000 is where he has been at his best.
Look, he has won. That was of a 33 rating. He's rated 38 now, and that was on a good to yielding track. So I just wonder if he's better with a little bit of sting out of the ground. So look, I was happy to watch him fresh up. The trial pushed out a little bit in the trial, but did what he had to do.
It comes out of that trial behind View of the World, who was very, very good, winning at Shah 10 recently. Who do you like in the second?
I'm going to go with the top one, Parents Love. Just beaten at his last start, and I think he can atone and win this. Ace Talent. Now, those two are well clear in this that race. The other two come out of the race. Diamond Soars, he's the one that's drawn the best of the on-pace runners. And Magic Trevor didn't finish off too badly as well. 1, 3, 6 and 9.
Race 2, Paul, with Zach Purton to ride, the winner for Tony Cruz. Third race, Class 4 over the 1,650 metres, and it has Northern Beast at the top of the book. He is second up. Fairy Horse comes in as the standby starter, so he carries 118 pounds. Kimberley's now with Denny Shum. Charity Gain is now with David Eustace. Confringo is now with Cody Moe. Strongest Boys won off a rating of 45. Super Unicorn, he plays first up. Beer Palace, the pacifier's off, and the blinkers go on, and United Endeavours was lame after his last start. The speed here, Paul, does come from United Endeavours.
This was a weird one because Flying Rope was in the race originally, and he was the clear leader. You know, he'd been leading over 1,200 when he won, up to 1,650 I thought he'd lead. When he was in the race, I had Bear Palace going back, but blinkers on, Luke Ferraris aboard, no pace in the race. I reckon they might chance their arm with Bear Palace and go forward. So I changed my mind totally on this one. United Endeavours is not really a leader anyways, but he likes to go forward. Fairy Horse comes into the race, he'll go forward. And I thought Super Unicorn, whatever happens, is going to get a nice run.
Here he is, a Super Unicorn. He was only lightly trialled leading into this race. Paul went straight to the 1,650 metres. He had his chance. On the lash, needs to improve on what he's done at his 2 starts so far. He was beaten by Rocket Spade, but should be fitter for the run. Yeah,
and look, Rocket Spade was a winner waiting to happen. It took a long time for him to win. He's running later in the card as well. But look, these two went clear. He's by Savabeel, this horse. The 1,650 looks ideal, and he definitely looks the one to beat. On the lash, maybe living up to his name a bit.
He might be indeed. As we go now to our next replay. This is Northern Beast. Now, this is last season. We have seen him, and he ran 11th behind Deal Completed at Shard 10, but his best forms at Happy Valley. Indeed, his last 2 starts over the 1,650 at the Valley have both been wins.
Yeah, and look, he was really well backed at the last one. Barrier 11, just a little bit awkward, but look, I thought he might be able to slot in midfield there, and he did win really nicely, both those 2 races. So it's whether he can win at the top of this class now.
And the horse that comes into the field, Fairy Horse, ends up running 6th here. Wasn't a completely clear run home either. He's untried over 1,650, but the way he races, he does like to get back and run on.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to include him for that reason. He's by Churchill, so he's actually really well bred for the 1,650 as well. Finished off this race nicely enough. I think he'll be a lot closer in the run. So, yeah, I think he's definitely will get his opportunity. They might even be really positive with him and go to the front, but I haven't seen it at this stage, so it was hard to map him there.
That is a Fairy Horse, but Super Unicorn gets it done?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Whatever happens, he's going to just sit in behind the pace from a low draw and looks tough to beat. Look, I'm going to go with Bear Palace there for a second. If they do go forward, he'll put himself right in the race with blinkers on, and there is some ability there. Fairy Horse and Strongest Boy, another one that pops up occasionally, 7-9-2-6.
It's Super Unicorn for Paul to win race number 3, the first leg with a jackpot of Wednesday night 6 Up. Race number 4 is the Harbour View Handicap, and it's a Class 4 over the 1200 metres. King Salonte is on the class drop. Lyrical Motion finished top 4 all 9 starts last season. Golden Rise has a wider draw. Unison has his second start. Yichong Spirit ran second over the 1000 when resuming. World Hero makes his Happy Valley debut. Fortune Racer does too, and he's coming back in distance. Never Peter Out is now with Frankie Law. It's his third stable since he's been here, Never Peter Out. He's only had the 5 starts, and Wood on Fire has a wider draw. Got poor old So Treasure, the unlucky one here, Paul.
Looks that way with the pace underneath him. Lyrical Motion goes forward. Aurora Lady led last time. Sweet Diamond will kick up on the inside. Never Peter Out. I mean, he's had the 3 stables. Going to get a perfect run, though. Unison's second start. World Hero midfield. Wood on Fire goes back when he draws wide. And Yichong Spirit over 1000 went back. He'll probably go back in this as well.
We're going straight to Nick with Casper Founds to talk about Lyrical Motion.
Casper, Lyrical Motion, one of a number of runners you're sending to the Valley. First run of the new season, had a pretty productive one last term.
Yeah, it was very consistent for us throughout the whole term, and we'd be expecting the same, this campaign. He just might be lacking race fitness is the only thing I'll say. He's had a good preparation leading into his first run, but coming off one 800-metre trial, he might just feel it a little bit the last part of the race. But in saying that, his preparation's been very smooth, and he looks a treat, so we'd be expecting a nice effort, but there'll definitely be improvement from the run.
In regards to that Chung Fa trial, as you say, I know it was only 800 metres, but he looked to do it quite well.
He did, yeah. He stayed on really strong up the inside there, and look, he's pulled up well. He looks a treat, so there's no reason why he can't go to the races and sort of be competitive.
Certainly plenty of positives to take from the race. I suppose you've got Ellis Wong on, who knows him well, claims the 7, and yes, conditions seem to suit him really well, this horse.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he likes that track and the distance, and he's been very consistent, like I said earlier, throughout the last prep, and we'd be hoping to try and get a win with him within his first 2 starts.
Of course, Casper, we know how much you love having winners around there. The season started well at the Valley for you.
I love winners anyway, mate. That's how we roll. It's been good so far. Long may it continue. Very competitive Hong Kong, like I've said. Everyone's up and running, and so another competitive season ahead of us, and we'll just knock in a few winners and see how we go.
Just having an overview of the team that you're sending there Wednesday night. I mean, there are horses there with chances. You've got a couple of those Sky horses running as well who look to have chances.
Yeah, I mean, one's a last start winner. He's got a soft gait, up in class, down in weight, so he'd be competitive. But the other horse is a nice horse, but from gate 10 it makes it tough, But he's certainly a horse that could come out and win a few for us this season, I'd be expecting. So hopefully he'll just fly home strongly and see how we go.
And that is Casper talking Lyrical Motion. Paul, we move on to replays now and start with a horse that loves the Valley, especially when he gets back down into this grade. Name is King Excellente. Hugh Bowman, Douglas White, the combination here. He will have to shoulder the 135.
Yeah, look, he hasn't... He's run 3rd in Class 3 before, so he's more than capable. Look, he's way above his winning as mark, though, at this rating of 60. He sort of wins at the middle or the bottom of Class 3, so Class 4, I should say. So in here in this grade, look, he's one of the major chances, and this race is a lot weaker than the one that he was in last time.
Yep, it sure was. As we move on to Aurora Lady here, Paul, he leads on the inside here. That's Beauty Destiny to his outer. He's placed 2 from 3 course and distance. Zach stays. He had barrier 10 this night. Barrier number 8 Wednesday night.
Comes in a bit, but there is a lot of there's going to be a lot of pressure on the lead, I think. That's just the little concern I've got. I think it's going to be similar to here. He'll be in front for a long period, but it's just he might get swamped a little bit late, I thought.
That is Aurora Lady, so we continue to make our way through the replays. Yichong Spirit was good because as we see him here, he's near enough to last, maybe second last. Sweet Diamond had every chance on the inside. He rockets home Yichong Spirit. He was double figures. Sergeant Pepper wins the race. Extra 200 metres, but a much wider draw too. Yeah, look, he has performed well over the 1,000, so the query is over the 1,200 for him. But as you can see, he finished off really nicely. Sweet Diamond's a lot better over 1,200 as well. So he's the one I'm going to put in, but just on a monoline. He's also in this trial we're going to look at, Paul. He's 9th in this trial and not asked to do too much, but you're going to focus on Never Peter Out, who's just trailing the speed here coming towards the home turn. He's now with Frankie Law. He gets a good draw of barrier number 1, and Keith Yung will take the steer. Really improved this horse, I thought, with the new stable.
He's going nicely, son of Grunt. He's drawn nicely in barrier 1 with Keith aboard. He had a decent blowout. Now, Frankie's horses have taken just a little bit of time to get ready this season. We saw him get the double on the weekend, so they're starting to fire now, and I think this one can as well. That's the horse on the outside's Happy Daily, and he's going really well, Happy Daily, at the moment.
He certainly is. So that's a Never Peter Out's trial, and that's enough on that trial for him to go on top for you?
Yeah, look, I think it's quite a trappy race, so he's going to get a lovely run just in behind. So we'll give him a chance to improve. From King Excellente, Unison hit the line strongly on his debut, and Sweet Diamond, 11, 1, 5 and 7.
And that is the preview for the 4th. It's the first leg of Wednesday night's Triple Trio. The 5th is the Trophy Race, and it's over the 1,200 metres and a Class 4 event with high percentage. He's first run back from a bleed. He's won 2 from his last 3. Natural highs on the class drop. Heyday has been top 3 all 3 times over the 1,200. Panda's up in trip. Gallant Valour's won second up in the past. Happy Park comes to Happy Valley for the first time. Glory B ran second at his racetrack return. And Sky Prophet has the cheek pieces going on for the first time with Happy Park and Heyday, and everybody gets their chance here, Paul.
I think they do, yeah. Look, Happy Park is coming here for the first time, but led on both his starts here in Hong Kong. Heyday, look, we know he's quite a strong leader, but he's drawn wide, so he's going to have to work to get there. Gallant Valour can get himself into a nice position with high percentage. Natural High and Glory B, I think, are a bit closer. Did miss the start last time, Glory B, so we'll have to keep an eye on him at the start.
He's coming up in our second replay is Glory B after Tactical Command, who won his best race in Class 4 last time, running third. Gallant Valour fourth on the inside. In the favour of Gallant Valour is he won second up off a rating of 50.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, he's going to go in the numbers for me. Not going to put him on top, but he's off this rating of 55 now, so he's just slightly higher than that winning rating, but he popped through the gap here nicely, didn't finish too far away in 4th. Tactical Command, as you say, look, he keeps improving as well.
Here's that race you mentioned, Glory B, being slow away, so he's well back, but he makes up an enormous amount of ground on a horse that's been racing pretty well, Scotch Tycoon, who was just rated too well in front.
He was, and look, he sprinted off the front, Scotch Tycoon, because he sort of walked them in the middle stages. As such, they went quite slow, and Glory B best of the rest. You can see him finishing off really nicely here. So a good run from him. He'll go in the numbers for sure. He's racing really well at the moment.
And that is Glory B on that closing second. A trial to have a look at now, and this is Heyday running second and high percentage third. Heyday on the inside of Prestige Always, and we know what he's done since resuming Prestige Always, and high percentage right of screen.
Yeah, look, I'm going to put high percentage in from barrier number 1. With these bleeders, it's sometimes a really good time to catch them fresh up. Heyday was right on the cusp, but it's just the wide barrier draw that put me off a little bit from him. But I like the way percentage hit the line.
And there you go, that is that replay. We've got some track work to have a look at now. You were with Happy Park last time. You're sticking with him swinging across to Happy Valley.
I am, because I think he's a horse that's going to be really suited by Happy Valley. He'll be second up. He'll strip fitted for that run, and he wasn't too far behind Geneva last time. He's going to be right on the pace. New jockey, and this is why we're showing this, Gondradzini, just to show getting a feel of Happy Park. So hopefully it's a double figure price once again.
And there is the on top selection for race number 5.
Yeah, so look, we're looking for 9 to 1 plus for him, Happy Park. So he's on top. Gallant Valour second up, high percentage, fresh up after a bleed, and Glory B off that slow pace, 7, 5, 1 and 9.
It's Happy Park for Paul and Andrea Rezzani to ride the winner for Francis Loy. Race number 6 is a Class 4 and it's over the 1,200 metres. We've got a newcomer to a new stable at the top of the book, Swift Ascend, and he's joined David Eustace. Crossover noseband off, blinkers on. He has had 5 starts for previous connections or previous trainer. King Glorioso's on the class drop. Wider draw for Nebraskan. Arlene Masters won a trial. On Perfecto has the cheek pieces going on. You're My Everything's now with Michael Cheng. Blinkers and tongue tire off. Second time at Happy Valley for Smart Fighter. Give Me 5 has the blinkers on. And Winning Hearts off his winning rating over the 1,200 metres, but he's just not going very well. As we've got Lean Master outside of Nebraskan, Paul.
Yeah, they're 2 horses that do like to go forward. Super Glory might do a bit tough. He likes to go forward. Smart Fighter always puts himself in the race. Sky Song sat handy in Class 5 last time. Winning Heart, Swift Ascend on his first start for the new stable. King Glorioso looks like he needs a bit further. Yuma Everything gets back, and Imperfetto's been slow away in his starts.
Off we go now to Nick with Karis Teeton on his ride, Talent Supremo.
Gareth Teeton, Talent Supremo, as a ride for you in race number 6. It's a decent looking race, but in your horse, he's in form, good draw. There's got to be a bit to like.
Yeah, Nick, he ran a really good race last time, made up a lot of ground. The winner got away from us. I think this time going around, like you say, I think it's a competitive field, but I think there's a lot of good thing on his side with the good draw. He might find to be tracking a few good horses, so that might help him.
You've had a handful of rides on him, 5 in fact. He's always gone well for you, just without that win. So I mean, I know he's not a prolific winner by any stretch, but he's gone close, hasn't he?
Yeah, he runs good races. He's not the easiest horse to ride. He looks easy, but he's not. He got to sort of be able to track a horse through, and he will not give you for a longer period of time. He will give you a short burst only. So like last time, the horse that I was following did not take me through, and he had to sort of come out a bit early, and he just sort of gave me as much as he can. But like I'm saying, this time with a good draw, decent horses in front of him might help him.
Given that draw in 1, I mean, looking at his running style and pattern, he's a horse that usually does get plenty of cover. I guess for a horse like him that probably needs a bit to go right, is that a good place to be, sort of, really covered up down the rail?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good draw for him, because if he gets the outside gate and you sort of had to pull him out and try get him to relax, and with that soft draw you could just leave him alone and let him save that energy, and I'm pretty sure he's going to give us his best in a straight.
Yeah, and just on for you, Karis, as well, obviously you're racking up a few air miles. You're going to get on your travels again in just over a week or so, going down to the Caulfield Cup. Nice to get that call up.
Yeah, of course, it's a great opportunity. We don't always get calls up like that, but with that lightweight, they called me up, and I took it with both hands. I just feel like every opportunity is a good thing, so I'm looking forward to go there and riding those big races.
And that is Karis on Talent Supremo, Paul. We're going to winning form now around Sky Song. It was at Happy Valley. It was last start. Was also in Class 5. He comes back into this grade where he is having just his 3rd run at the Valley course and distance.
Yeah, and look, it was a nice run. He got the perfect run in behind. I think he'll get the similar type of run here, though, as well. He went through the gap when he was asked to, and finished off really nicely. So a nice enough win from him, and see if he can go on with it. I'm going to include him, not on the win line.
Sky Song is in somewhere in the top 4. We'll find out where shortly. Smart Fighter's been hard to catch. This was better, though. He's ended up running 2nd. Barrier 7 this week. Barrier 9 on the replay that we're looking at now. Sweet Briar wins the race. He's a nice enough horse. And on Perfecto, an improved performance too. Yeah,
look, it was from him, because he's been slow away, and he sort of hadn't shown too much, but this was a better run from him. Look, surely there's a win there somewhere for Smart Fighter. I'll put him in the numbers as well. He's been a little bit disappointing.
He sure has. As we have a look at our last replay, it is a trial now with Lean Master winning this trial and Swift Descend running 4th. David Eustace has given Swift Descend 3 trials. He's actually had 4, 1 for the previous stable and 3 for the new one. So he's in the pink and white colours. And Lean Master, he certainly found form last time in.
Didn't he? He went really well, so he finished off nicely. And look, a nice trial here from Swift Descend. He definitely goes in for me. I was going to put him on top, actually, Swift Descend. I've ended up just changing my mind at the last minute, but a really nice run from him, son of Lord Canelo of the limited start. So I think David Eustace has got a nice second-hand horse here.
That is a look at some replays and also your thoughts, Paul. We know a few that are going in for the minors, but who's the winner?
Well, look, Nebraska's one we've talked about quite often on this show as well. And look, he ran okay on his seasonal debut. Brendan Abdullah aboard, so we'll put him on in front of Swift Descend, I should say, Sky Song and Smart Fighter we talked about there. So, look, a good race to finish, and we wish David all the best, David Eustace, with his Swift Descend. I think he's got a good chance. 3, 1, 7 and 8.
It is race number 6 at the first leg of the late treble. The first of 2 Class 3s is race number 7, the running of the Peta Handicap, and Star Contact is a last start winner, carries an extra £5 for it. And Unicorn comes back to Happy Valley. Toy Soltero, crossover noseband goes on. Jolly Ruler is minus the cheek pieces. Last start winners Rocket Spade and Fighting Machine, and we've got Silver King with the pacifiers going on, and I Can Drawn barrier number 2, and that's going to mean, Paul, he's in behind the leader this week.
He's going to get a really good run, I can. So he's going to get all opportunities. A satirical fan likes to set up some quite fast sectionals. Jolly Ruler goes forward. Silver King. Look, Star Contacts is just a little bit tricky for him. Romantic Lau. Rocket Spade, last start winner. Beato gets back in Unicorn, likewise, as does Santanta. Santanta's got an inside draw, but he races so much better when he goes back.
Interview time. Nick with the trainer of Star Contact now, David Hayes.
David Hayes, Star Contact is a horse who just continues to raise the bar for his connections. Another nice win last time out. A very fulfilling success, I would imagine.
Yes, he's gone right through the grades and he's just improved with age. He's a big, strong horse with a great constitution. And I think his track work suggests he's holding his form.
Do you know what? That leads me on quite nicely, actually. I went to ask you about his track work. Does he work with Kaiying Rising, this guy?
Yeah, only in hand, but every piece of work he does is excellent, and he's working like a horse that will probably perform above 80. So he's carrying 135, got top weight tomorrow. If he can beat this handy field, he'll probably be able to step up into the upper class races.
I guess even working on the bridle, it's credit to go with a horse of Kaiying Rising standard. Karis Teton obviously gets on really well with him. He's riding him for the 13th time. What is it, do you feel, as a trainer, that he and the horse gel?
Look, I think Karis gels with most horses. But this horse, you know, he if you look through his record, he's run well for everyone. And Karis tactically is riding very well at the moment, and he'll have to be tactically pretty good from that gate.
He certainly will. Gate 10 obviously never makes it easy around here. We're racing on the A course, so I guess that in essence gives him a slightly better chance if we're on a course with sort of, you know, less width to it. Yeah,
look, he's a horse that begins well. He's very professional, very streetwise horse. So, look, I would expect him to be right up on the pace or in the 1-1. Ideally, not caught out in a limb, 3 wide on that first bend. So, you know his fate. If he gets a nice smooth run into the first bend, he'll be very hard to beat.
We go from the top of the weights, Star Contact, all the way down to the bottom. Paul and I Can, who is way overdue but doing good things from bad draws.
Yeah, and look, he's going to get the perfect draw. So he's not going to get a better opportunity than this, I Can. I think this could be his race. Lightweight, perfect draw. It looks ideal for him. So, yeah, he's the one I'm going to go with, I Can. And he was still in front here. It's just these tough runs that he's had, how much is taken out of him. But he's a horse that always tries hard, as you can see.
119 pounds on his back. Now, a couple of last start winners to have a look at. Can they do it in this grade? Rocket Spade's been there before into Class 3. He's a winner now. It's taken a long time to get this win on the board, but he's been able to do it here. Can he figure in the top 4 off the back of this victory?
I think he can, because he has in the past. That's the thing. He's a horse that has been placed in Class 3 before. He's been beaten the nose a couple of times just on the bob. He went down into Class 4, and that's where he won his race. Back up now into Class 3. I can see no reason. I think Super Unicorn will probably frank the form earlier in the night. So he goes in the top 3.
It's a tick for the first one. What about the second one, which is Fighting Machine, winning at Sha Tin last time over the 1,400 metres. Pierrong with him as well. Zach Purton stays on board. He does have barrier number 11.
Yeah, look, he gets back anyway, so I don't think that's a major problem for Fighting Machine. He got into the clear and he finished off this race really strongly. So, look, I definitely think that he's a horse that can go on with it as well. He really stretched out nicely and won this race well. So I quite like the third horse in this race, Mr. Energy. I think he's going to be winning a lot. So I thought the way he won it with plenty in hand, he can now come back to Happy Valley.
So the last start winners are both in behind I Can.
Yeah, they can. They can get him behind I Can. So I Can's on top to beat Fighting Machine, Rocket Spade. Throw M Unicorn in, on a minor line as well. He's coming back to Happy Valley. That's a good thing for him. He's a 4-time course and distance winner. 12, 7, 6 and 3.
It's a Pierrong and Casper Found's domination for Paul. First and second for Pierre, third and fourth for Casper in race number 7. Race number 8, Pottinger Handicap to finish Wednesday night. It's a Class 3 and it's over the 1200 metres. Reward Smile is a second up. Wings of War resumes. Happy Fat Cats won second up in the past. Super Joy and Fun looking for back-to-back wins. Sovereign Fun and Partia, they race each other once again. We've got Righteous Arian and Scotch Tycoon, the 9 and the 10. And Chateau Neuf, 2 starts, 2 placings, course and distance, with Parterre and Sovereign Fun the first 2, Paul.
Yeah, look, Sovereign Fun went forward last time at his first start at Happy Valley, and it really worked for him. Parterre likes to go forward as well. Scotch Tycoon led last time. He's another possibility to lead. Happy Fat Cat can lead as well. So there are a few alternative leaders in this race. Chateau Neuf should get his opportunity once again like he did last time. Golden Empire, Sergeant Pepper and Super Joy and Fun, the last start winner, will just need to try and tuck in, I think.
And the man trying to bring him undone and go one better is the rider of Reward Smile, Nick with Hugh Bowman.
Hugh, Reward Smile looks a nice ride for you in the final race at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Nice return to action. You'll be looking forward to getting back on board, I'm sure.
I certainly am, and you know, his first up run was outstanding. He's had a nice trial between, and yeah, look, if you bit of luck, if I chose to go out and not in, he might have won first up. But that being that, he's drawn wide, so we'll adopt the same tactics again. Let him settle at the, second half of the field and try and get a clear passage through.
Yeah, certainly needed the luck always. Just in that trial and on that trial, did you feel that he had come on nicely for it?
Yeah, I think he certainly. I think he's probably. My gut feeling is he's probably a horse that likes being a bit on the fresh side. So I didn't ask him to do a great deal in the trial. Just kept a bit in the tank. But look, he went through his pace as well. And felt really enthusiastic, a bit more relaxed than he was in the race, but he's a pretty relaxed horse. He's pretty sensible and he's very genuine, which his form shows.
I know that race last time obviously has been and gone. Bit of luck here, there, might well have been a different result, but he chased Super Joy and Fun well. They meet again. Weights and measures would suggest that you could probably turn the form around. You'd be looking forward to having another crack at him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, look, it's more a case of just getting a smooth run, and if we get the smooth run and a nice passage through, if he lets go like he did first up, he'd be very hard to hold out.
Results around the valley here have been good for you this season. Obviously teaming up with Casper Found's never a bad thing as well.
Yeah, no, his stable's in outstanding form. He's hit the ground running this season, and I've been the fortunate benefactor of some of those nice horses, and there's some nice horses to look forward to as well. So it's been a great start to the season, and hopefully we can build on it.
Indeed, I think it's been 3 doubles and a treble in the last 4 meetings for you, so certainly hope that can continue.
I hope so. Who's counting? But anyway, it's fortunately I missed a meeting through illness, but I've got over that now, which is good, and I was a bit worried there for a little while. I had a bit of an issue with my ear, but we've come through that and feeling good and looking forward to the weeks ahead.
That is Hugh talking Reward Smile. As we move on now, Paul, to the 2 horses that were on front on your speed map, Sovereign Fund and Parterre. Sovereign Fund stays on for 4th. Parterre weakens out to run 8th in this.
Can't have Parterre, but I can have Sovereign Fund. I thought it was a really good run from him. The stable's in great form at the moment, and Keegan DeMilo's taking all opportunities that he's been given, although it's being a little bit limited. And the horse was right here going into to the bit. He was just touched off by Young Arrow there for 3rd as well. So a really good run from him. With that run under his belt by Capitalist, I think he can improve again.
A good report for him. What about Wings of War first up? This is at Chung Fa. It was quite a classy trial, this, because that is Wunderbar in the light blue jacket. Now, there's 2 in the club's colours here, but Wings of War is the grey, just coming the widest of the 2 in the club's jacket.
Yeah, so look, the only problem I've got with him is his fresh up record's not good. He always takes a few runs to get himself up and running. So for that reason, in a race where there's a couple of seasoned horses have already had a run under their belt, I was happy to watch him in this. So I didn't include him in the end, but there was nothing wrong with the trial.
We'll keep him until he's a little bit further down the track in his campaign, Wings of War. Sovereign Fund, though.
Yeah, we're going to go with him at a price. I know you quite like him at a price as well, Sovereign Fund, and he's He's bicapless. I think that breed's quite well suited to Happy Valley. We've seen a few of them run around the valley pretty well. So second up there, he goes on top. Reward Smile, we heard from Hugh there. He looks like he's a really good chance. Super Joy and Funnel just need a bit of luck from his wide draw. If he gets a bit of cover, then I think he's got a really good turn of foot, and he showed that winning his last start. And Righteous Arian, now he gets back. He's a horse that will be running on really strongly. As we did see in that replay as well. He likes to get back and run on, and he's the one in there for fourth in the Pottinger Handicap, and Pottinger Street is where you get your Halloween costumes from in Hong Kong, so you'll be getting your Batman suit there, no doubt.
I was going to go as myself. Scary looking enough without the Batman suit, but I'm sure if you need a Batman or a Robin suit, whatever it is, Pottinger Street's the place to go. Just watch out for the steps, they're pretty steep. That's been the race by race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. It is a 7:10 start on the A course.